Hey there everyone, this is GeGe. Welcome back to Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2. I'm at the title screen here, and to tell you the truth, I've going to do a few changes to this, because basically for the past couple of weeks I've kind of neglected doing any grinding to get endings for the Holy Sword ending and the True ending, because they're a pain in the ass and I just didn't really feel like doing them. To be honest, but fortunately I have the PS Vita version, and it turns out that I actually kept the save for the Holy Sword ending on here, as well as a save for the True ending, so I don't really have to do any grinding at all, aside from if I feel compelled to actually bother doing the alternate normal endings. But yeah. I have a few saves here, and I believe this save is for the Holy Sword ending, and I will explain how to get the Holy Sword ending in this game. It only affects this game. It doesn't actually affect the. It doesn't actually in the original Mark II version of this game. But once the cutscene's finished, I will tell you how you need to get this ending. But to be fair, it's pretty similar to Conquest anyway, so it shouldn't really take that long. So anyway, off with the cutscenes.
The deity of sin has returned.
I'm so sorry. It's all because we unknowingly...
Don't apologize for something you couldn't have known. All we can do now is devise a new plan of attack.
Whatever the plan, the end goal is set. We must defeat the deity of sin.
Straightforward but true. Do we even stand a chance against her if we struggled against the 4 felons?
It's sad, but that's a good point. At the rate we've been going.
We need to learn more.
Ooh, I think this is what you call a brain freeze. My noggin isn't knocking out any good ideas. What's up? Think of a winner?
Well, remember the rumors about that cursed sword the person in last station mentioned to us? I think.
Didn't they say it was capable of defeating the deity of sin?
Yes, that's the one! What if we found that sword?
Are you being serious right now? It was a rumor, Gear. Even if it were real, we have no actual leads.
The story does feel like something a bored public would invent for fun.
But researching it is better than doing nothing at all, right?
It stinks of desperation to me.
The likelihood of us winning is pretty pathetic right now, though. The rumor does intrigue me. Allow me to do some research about it on my own.
We're short on time, so we may as well assist with the accumulation of pertinent data.
We will contact you once we learn anything of substance.
I'm really grateful.
Let's get our snooping and sleuthing on, kiddies.
So as you can see, this particular ending sounds a lot like the Conquest ending. It actually goes, for the most part, through Conquest ending until a certain part, and then that certain part is where it diverges. But however, the way to get the Holy Sword ending is similar to how you get the Conquest ending. You view the 3 events in Chapter 2 at the station, Louis, and Leanbox. And then before the end of Chapter 5, you'll need to have recruited Blan, Noir, and Ver, as well as Tekken CC2 and Marvi. And the only real difference is that you have to recruit the Ultra Dimension CPUs, the Ultra Dimension makers, which I just mentioned, Marvelous AQL, CyberConnect 2, and Tekken. The other thing that you need to do is, I will show right now, is that Netgear's lily rank with both the CPUs and the CPU candidates needs to be at least 8. It doesn't matter for anybody else, just those particular 7 characters. Once those are done, once you've beaten CFW Magic in Chapter 10, you will go along the Holy Sword ending. But anyway, as mentioned, this one does go a lot to like Conquest in the beginning part, so expect a lot of cutscenes similar to that. And just like Conquest, we have to go grab the sword from Mine Castle Depths, so we'll quickly do that. You've seen all the enemies and stuff before from here. There's also one little difference I have, is that I have made a few, I think I've made a few different plans. Specifically, I know I have the plan on this particular thing where I can actually see the hidden item, which will show up as an orange dot on the map. I don't think I can get at it though. From here, I think it's in the room past the event marker. Yeah, it's there. You see in the top left corner? There's a little red. There's the dot which looks like a star on it. That's where the hidden item is. You still need to scan with the square stroke X button, depending on your controller, as you get it, in order to reveal it and stuff. But yeah, as mentioned, a lot of these cutscenes are probably really similar to the Conquest cutscenes, and I'm going to get through as many. I'm probably going to get through it as quickly as possible in this episode.
So, do you think this is it?
Lame. Color me disappointing, Winkle. It's rusty and cobwebby and probably has tiny insect poo on it.
Yeah, hard to believe it's supposed to stop the deity of sin. But maybe if we polish it and give it a good sharpening, it'll turn into a really neat sword. I am not one to enjoy grasping at straws. Still, let's try cleaning it a bit. If it's still junk, then we can try to come up with a new plan, okay? There! Nice and shiny and pretty.
You done good, Nep Jr., but it still looks like any old sword you can buy at a store.
But
don't sense any special powers coming from it either.
Like I said, it was just a rumor.
Oh, did I just waste everyone's time? Oh, phone call. It's Histoire. Hello, this is Nepgear.
Nepgear, is it true that you have obtained the sword?
Yes, but it doesn't seem to be anything special.
You have not used it, have you? Is everyone still all right?
Yes, we're okay. All I did was give it a little elbow grease and cleaned it up.
I see. Thank goodness. I contacted you in time then.
In time? What's wrong? I've never heard you in such a panic before.
I will explain in time. For now, return with the others to our basilicom. And no matter what, use the utmost of care when handling that weapon.
Okay. We're back, Histoire.
It took you long enough.
Why does everyone have such serious looks on their faces?
We found some shocking information relating to that sword.
If what we learned is accurate, that sword really might be able to defeat the deity of sin.
Really? This completely typical run-of-the-mill sword?
Are you pulling our leggings? We can win with this thing?
Yes. That is, if you choose to actually use it.
Is there some issue preventing us from using it?
As it is now, it has no power. But under a certain condition, that can change.
Condition? You're being so mean! Teasing us like this! Just say it, jeez!
The sword must slay one of CPU lineage. For each kill, it will grow in power.
What?
Kill CPUs? There are 8 of you gathered here of CPU lineage. If one kills the other 7, then the sword will...
Stop it! This has to be some kind of joke. There's no way we'd resort to killing each other off.
We aren't asking you to use it, but should you choose to, it would increase your odds of success greatly. You spent precious time searching for that sword, while the world suffers the effects of the deity of sin's return.
Shut up already! Are you telling the CPUs and CPU candidates to kill each other?
All I've stated are facts. I have no right to tell anyone more than that. This is their decision.
The answer is simple then. Yeah, we don't need some stupid evil sword to win.
I don't want to see anyone die.
The life of someone of CPU lineage. Uni, Rom, Ram, Neptune, Noir, Vert, Blonde. No! I could never ever use it! But if we do, we can beat the deity of sin. We could save game industry.
Hey, Nepgear!
Yes?
You look lost in thought. Don't tell me you're actually mulling it over.
No! No, of course not.
This is nothing to decide on a whim. Please think on it overnight. And Nepgear, know that regardless of your decision, I will always be on your side.
I know.
Have you come to a decision?
I have.
And what is it?
I can't take anybody's life. And even if I offered my own life, I believe that nobody else here would be willing to take it either.
Nep Jr., you're so awesome! I knew you'd say something epic.
It's the only obvious decision. Why did we have to wait overnight? I totally couldn't sleep.
Although, one must admit that it would be a rather lucrative option for whoever would remain.
I don't think I have any right to talk about whether or not it's right to take someone's life.
However, without this sword, your odds of victory are near zero. What do you think about that?
I told Nepgear I would be on her side. But to send you all into a losing battle without hope is...
I thought about that too. What if we gather all the shares throughout game industry and focus them in one nation?
all of the world's shares?
Do you know what you're saying?
If we moved everyone's shares to Planetoon, then my sister and I could fight the deity of sin alone.
Just hold on a minute. That does sound like a decent enough plan. However...
What of our nations? Losing our shares would destroy our economies and weaken the CPUs beyond recovery.
Maybe. But everyone would still be alive in the end, right?
I suppose that is true, but...
I can't tell if this is the ignorance of youth or an attempt to be didactic. Either way, I can't condone this idea.
I cannot allow it either.
Same. If this is your great idea, why not move all the shares into my darling Birth lean box? There's no reason it has to be Planetoon.
Please, can't we please consider this?
Sorry, I can't sign a death warrant for my nation and my people.
Be forewarned that if you seek this path, you leave us no choice but to oppose you. If you threaten Louise's shares and its people, then Planetoon is my enemy.
I knew you were a bully!
Miss Nepgear!
Why can't you understand? This isn't the time to argue about nations and power.
We'll never agree on this. Bye.
Wait! Don't go!
So, Nep Jr., buck up, kiddo?
Why won't they listen to me? I just don't want anyone to use this sword.
It is what it is. If I were in their positions, I wouldn't want to sacrifice my entire nation either.
Have to fight our friends?
It'll be inevitable if you try to take their shares, Snew.
So, I don't get what any of you are talking about, but is this our only option or what?
It's all I could think of, yes. Nobody would die, which is what I thought we wanted to avoid.
Oh, that's right. You're from Lean Box originally. Are you gonna go back there now?
No. I came this far believing in myself, so I have faith this is the right choice. I'm staying here.
Don't blame us if you end up regretting it later.
I don't think my returning to Lean Box would change anything.
All right, now get it together, everyone. If we're doing this, we're gonna go all the way.
Yep, things are gonna be just fine. You've got Nep Nep on your side, and the hero never loses, right?
Right.
Looks like we've gathered a good amount of shares in this area.
How do you feel, Nep Nep? GeGe? I think my muscles are getting bigger, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think this is anywhere near enough.
If we take any more time, the deity of sin is going to be at full strength, New?
This isn't going to work, is it? And after all I had everyone go through.
Don't be so hard on yourself. If you sing too many sad songs, you'll actually get depressed.
I see. I've been hanging on to this sword ever since. I mean, just in case worst comes to worst. No! What am I thinking? I'll never use this.
And so yeah, basically everybody leaves, and because Netgear says, hey, put all the shells to the planter and stuff, just like in Conquest. I didn't expect to call this last station. You know what happened when we went to Conquest ending and we went to last station? We had to fight Uni and Noir, and in this ending it's exactly the same. We are going to have to fight Uni and Noir, but I am going to go do some preparations for the party, simply because since everybody's left, I have to change up the pie to the point where only Netgear is actually the thing. Yeah, 2v1 with Netgear is not going to bode well unless I'm actually using the overpowered gear band, but the anime gear band anyway. So yeah, that is in fact not necessarily going to happen. So I'm going to rearrange my party, change commands and stuff, because I remember I needed to do that as well. And I will be right back. Okay, we're all set up and ready to go. Basically the party I've got here, I've got Netgear, Neptune, Falcon and Marvy. Falcon's here simply because we haven't seen her in a fight yet, so we're going to have her in a fight. I also bought new weapons for Falcon and Marvy since they're available and I needed to equip them. And I've also changed everybody's commands, so they're not going to suck so bad, because I kind of did a task before I did a recording of this and I forgot to adjust everybody's commands, and I ended up dying. Well, Marvy ended up dying, everybody survived. Netgear only just. Also noticed that levels are a little bit lower. I didn't do as much grinding on the PS Vita version of the game than I did with on the PC version. And sometimes I just think, thank God I didn't. But anyway, let's get into this fight with Noir, shall we?
Good grief. They're having a field day out there, taking a hefty chunk of our shares away.
Yeah. Noir, what are we going to do? Just stand by and watch?
Of course not! If we don't take any action, La Station as we know it will be destroyed!
Then we have to...
Yeah, but can you do it? Can you fight Netgear? She's your friend, right?
Well, yeah, but... Nepgear started it, so...
I'm asking if you're prepared to do what must be done. Shares aren't enough to stop the deity of sin. Win or lose, we need to make sure we're ready. I have no idea what's going to happen. Huh?
Noir, you can't mean...
Enough! As La Station's CPU, I won't allow them to take any more of our shares. I'll stop them.
Let me come too.
I thought I was prepared for the decision before, but now...
That's all of Last Station's shares, more or less.
Yes, but it's not enough.
I feel like I gained maybe the strength of a poodle. Basically, we need tons more shares.
But if we take any more from Last Station, the nation will...
If you're worried, then stop.
Oh, Noir.
And Uni.
Those are Last Station shares. Give them back.
I hate to ask, but what if we refuse?
I'll be the one to ask questions. What were you planning to do once we showed up to stop you? Pretty sure your answer and mine are the same.
use force to stop you then. I mean, I wish there were a more peaceful solution, but...
Uni, I don't want to fight you.
I'm last station's CPU candidate. There's no way I can let you walk away with all our shares.
But...
What makes you think you can save game industry with resolve that flimsy? Actually, don't bother answering. I'm taking back the shares, and then I'll save game industry instead.
No, you can't. I'm the one who's going to do this.
I don't got no beef with you, Noir, but I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Or whatever.
If nothing else, I'm happy this finally gives us the chance to find out which of us is stronger.
Okay, no hard feelings then. Winner snakes all.
I won't throw any punches.
And neither will I!
And once again, the game throws with the disadvantage of them having to being able to transform before you having to go anywhere. Also note, Uni has her old CPU armor on, apart from the new one that she got in Chapter 5. Also, Neptune has some new stuff on. I forget where I found all this stuff from. I'll probably end up finding it eventually again. But I actually want to do buffs because I got killed. I almost got killed the last time I tried doing this. This one, I would say this one's a lot harder, but at the same time I have a lot less levels than I did with when I was doing Conquest. And also I'm using people who I'm kind of not certain of like using like Falcon. But yeah, once I pretty much have everybody buffed, I should be pretty well set and ready to go to just wail on them with. Oh goodness, that's a lot of turns I'm gonna have. I also expect them to use special moves, direct XE finishes, all sorts of things like that. Without needing input from you. So yeah, just like last time, I am just going to I'm just going to wail on them using my strongest rush attacks. And then once at level 4 I start wailing on them with the XE drives, and then hopefully by that time they will die. Oh, that's just a knockback, isn't it?
Okay, my turn. This is what you call skill.
I won't lose.
I'm just wondering whose turn it was then. Kind of look like that the when you're doing battle like this, it's I don't know, if you do lace ribbons far too much, you can stop that, please, that'd be great.
It's my turn.
Guys, I think it's only looks actually probably gonna die in these next set of attacks. This guy is kind of fortunate that one of the things that the AI doesn't do is use the XE moves on you, because that would be terrible. Anyway, let's either way it's probably gonna kill, but we'll kill Uni first. Also, we haven't seen this XE, so you know what? We'll watch it happen.
I'll win this battle.
It does look like it's 15 hits of Forget You.
This is the end.
So maybe that was a slight little piece of overkill, but anyway, enough nonsense. Enough nonsense from you, Noir. Take a celestial severance and have a rotten die. Oh, except she cannot die. Except she will be in a minute. Good job there, gang. At least you did better than the last time I was playing this. And I should mention, this is the point where Conquest and Holy Sword diverge, if it isn't already obvious enough.
It's not like this would have happened if we didn't lose all our shares or anything.
I'm so sorry, Uni.
So, we're cool, right? We can keep your shares?
No! I can't let that happen!
Hey, come on! No take-backsies!
You should know by now that taking everyone's shares won't give you nearly enough power to win.
Well... It's literally the last thing I want to say to you, but... Nepgear, you're stronger than me. You have the better chance at defeating the deity of sin.
Chance? What do you...
You're still holding on to that sword, so use it! Take our lives! Use it to stop the deity of sin!
Noir!
What are you saying? I couldn't possibly...
Oh, so you were carrying it around just to strap some extra dead weight to your belt. Is that it?
But I...
Admit it. You've kept it with you because deep inside your heart, you know it's still a viable option. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's actually the only option I could come up with too.
But wait, you've got it all wrong. I was just making sure that nobody else would be able to use it.
Are you still making excuses?
If you don't have the guts, then I'll do it myself. Give me the sword, now!
No! No, no, no! Why did it come to this? This stupid sword. I don't want it!
What the hell is wrong with you? Do you realize what you just did? That was our only hope of winning!
Maybe it is, but the price is way too high. It's wrong! I know that my shares idea was naive. But that doesn't excuse my using such a dirty means to save our world! Planetoon, Station, Louis, and Leanbox. Game industry consists of those nations, and the CPUs who preside over them. Attaining peace through the sacrifice of others is inexcusable! Nobody wants that kind of peace!
Nepgear.
I finally made a friend in uni. I don't want to throw that away. I want our friendship to bloom. I mean, if that's okay. I don't want to be too pushy.
Give me a break. Of course I want to become better friends with you too. After all, you're my very first friend in the whole wide world.
Uni. Yeah! Yay!
Cool story, bro.
Cool story aside, what happens now? No lives at stake, no shares, and with the sword gone, we're completely out of options.
That sword had to have been cursed. It clouded my and everyone's eyes. Let's try to think up a new plan.
Okay, so since the Neptunia broke the sword that is supposed to kill everybody and cause grief in the whole entire world, we're going to have to think of a new plan. Unfortunately, that new plan is going to happen in the next episode, because this one's run for like over 5 minutes, and I do apologise for it being stupidly long, but that's how it goes sometimes. Take care, and I will see you later for maybe the conclusion, because if I remember correctly, the Holy Sword ending is actually a pretty short ending. It's basically just the Conquest ending up to going to last station, and then I think you just goes back to, I think you go to the graveyard once this cutscene's finished. So I'm sort of spoiling it, but yeah, I think that's what happens, but we'll see. Take care, and I will see you next time. Ciao!